Is it a beast?
No.
Okay.
It's an ooze.
Yeah.
So you think you might be able to, like...
Alright, now, I'm resistant to everything but psychic damage when I'm raging. So, if I rage...
that's a bear totem.
Oh, was that left over from somebody else?
Yes.
Bugger.
Bear totems get that. Your ability... You get
I'm the elk.
Yeah, I'll show you what that is. When you rage, you're just bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage.
Yeah. Okay, so that doesn't help me with, acid.
Yeah.
Okay.
But, you think this thing won't be able to dissolve weapons on contact like most oozes?
I think it would be safe to attack it?
Yeah. Most oozes will be able to just dissolve weapon on contact. Like, you hit me, you are dead. This one would probably need to actually, like, hold of like a minute or so at least. Mm-hmm. Maybe even an hour.
Okay, so as long as I clean my weapon as soon as the battle's over, it's not going to be damaged.
Yeah.
I will go ahead and do my focus protector thing. Translation rage.
And
translation
rage. What kind of weapon do you have?
Huh?
What kind of weapon do you have?
I have a greatsword.
Cool. So you're gonna run up to it?
And that uses strength, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I get a +2 bonus to damage if I hit.
I assume you're running up to it, right?
Yes. I got a yeah.
Okay, roll a max damage and add the damage to it.
Alright, so 12 plus 7 plus 5 is 17, plus 2 is 19, and another 9 is 28 damage. Do I chop it in half? I would love to chop it in half.
Okay, it failed, but because that logic went to have it do the funny thing.
Uh-oh. Did it turn into a whole bunch of little ones?
It splat in half and then died because it rolled same thing. It does this and then you pretty much you didn't over half its maximum in one go, so
Alright. So it melts.
Yeah. Your weapon is completely fine by it. Like, you just cut so fast, like the ooze didn't have time to stick to your weapon.
Yeah, I'm still gonna
clean to be on the safe side.
Yeah, one should always clean one's weapon.
At this point, everyone gets back here, and so Rejik sees the residue of it, and you hear him say, "Ooze."
Jonathan turns and says, "Apparently."
He then says, there'll be more if that's an indication. Better find out what's causing it."
How many more?
I don't know.
But they travel in packs? Is this what you're...
They duplicate after eating enough. And one that could be killed that quickly. Gotta find the mother ooze. He does quotation marks with his fingertips.
Alright, and it just walked through the front gates.
It was walking up through the front gates like a giant zombie.
Like a Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
Pretty much.
TM,
and too long didn't read.
No, not TLDR, TM. Trademark.
TMDR.
Whatever.
So, what are you guys gonna do?
Can Jonathan turn around so he's actually talking to people? Is there any special equipment that we need?
Give me a insight check. And
Insight or nature?
Nature, actually. Yeah, that's a good point. I feel like playing you because you're really good at thinking about this sort of thing.
18. I am proficient in nature.
You don't have anything to be actually used to you right now, so...
Okay, so,
anything
torches aren't going to melt it or anything?
Nope.
Nope. All right.
It would just put a torch out like if you stuck it on it, because,
it wouldn't melt it.
Yeah.
Okay. And they're corrosive, so corrosives wouldn't corrode them. Okay.
Correct.
Alright. Jonathan, turns to Eric and says, it looks like we need to go out and track down the rest of them. will you come with us? Yeah. Eric says, of course. Sylvia says she would like to come too. She's not sure how much use she can be, but she would.
Okay.
She doesn't want them going alone.
Aww. Let me just take care of that. Okay. So, everyone who is heading out, give me a nature check.
Okay.
Well, the person who's leading the search. Well, up to 2 people can give me a nature check for this.
I will give you nature checks from my druid and my barbarian.
Barbarian.
Who got a 17 and a 22.
Good. Okay, so you also, you find the path they're going, and you also find, looks like a hidden grove. Like just, it looks like somewhat naturally occurring, but not entirely naturally occurring.
A grove, like fruit trees.
I don't know the word. Okay, hidden place.
Like an opening, a clearing, or
you think so? It's like behind like a face, like it's like right here, and you're like right about here. Mm-hmm. Like only entrance be like a little vine tree pile of vines like being right here, a bunch.
Well,
like current vines.
Do we see? So it's a narrow opening.
Yes.
The sort of thing that if an ooze of that size had come through, it would have left corrosive ooze on the vines around it. Can
Probably.
We tell?
Maybe. Another
nature check from both of us.
Investigation check, see if there's any residue.
Okay. All right. Let's see. 19?
You don't think there's a...
It doesn't look like an ooze came through that hole?
No. But I think there's something inside there. You know, it's like a always slight glow. You think it's like the smallest of glows.
Okay. Are there any aminals in this clearing? Is there a squirrel? Is there a mouse?
This place is surprising. That area, like, right around this is, like, surprisingly devoid of creatures. Like, I'll put, like, us right around here, so there, you don't see anything. You see a lot of plant life, though. It's, you hear some noise in the distance, like birds up here. Like, what are you going to try and do?
Well, I was going to speak with animals and ask them if they saw what's inside there.
You see a few birds up here that you might be able to ask. So.
Okay. I would like to... Alright, so if I do the ritual version...
Takes 10 minutes longer and uses the lowest level spell slot. But,
okay.
Sorry, lowest level spell type, but does not cost a spell slot.
I will go ahead and spend a spell slot to do it.
Okay.
Because I don't know how urgent this is. So I would like to speak with the animals and see if they know what's inside this, what's on the other side of this, and I would also like to ask them if they've seen any oozes.
They've seen a few oozes come through here now, but they always avoid them whenever they hear them coming.
So they don't know exactly where they came from?
Yeah.
Just the general direction?
Yeah, which...
and the general direction is not through this opening.
They came something like this way,
mm-hmm.
and they always like high over there.
Okay. Have they seen what's?
No. They have not. They always stay out of there because there's something weird in there. That's all I know. There's something really weird in there.
I might be able to persuade a beast to perform a small favor for me at the DM's discretion. Is there like a little nuthatch or something that might be willing to just zip through the hole and take a peek and come back and tell me? No? Okay.
Actually, roll animal handling. With disadvantage.
Because they don't like that area.
Well...
Well, the disadvantage undoes my yeah. So that's a 14.
No.
Okay. Alright. Well, I thank the bird and
Okay.
wave bye to it and go all Disney princess or whatever needs to be done. Um, so I sort of have the reverse skill I need.
Which is?
I have entangle, so which is probably going to get used against the ooze at some point. But anyway, the point is that
It's not. You could easily just push through the vines if you wanted to.
yeah. I guess that's going to be Sylvia's job. Well, kind of, she's the druid.
Pushing through the vines?
Well, disturbing them as little as possible.
I see.
Because I don't want to break the vines, or I'm a hippie, remember?
Well, so as you all go through, or is it just her?
Well, she's going to go first. If somebody wants to follow her, they're welcome to.
As you enter the grove, well hidden from the outside, somehow filled with plant and fungal life, and very little light, you see a small blue light in the distance. Like it goes like this, and like something, and the blue light is like right over here.
Alright, but now it's an open area?
Yeah. Like tons of plant and fungal life is here.
Alright. Any animal life?
Nope. But just the blue light right here, which I'll indicate with this.
Okay. She turns and asks Eric if he'll come through.
Eric will come through now. I assume he does at least?
Yep. Do you have any idea what that is over there? At which point, what are you? Oh, that's interesting. Alright, so I'm assuming he doesn't recognize anything from where he is.
Nope, you have to approach.
Alright, so they're going to approach together, him a little bit in front.
As you get to about here, you realize what it is.
What is it?
It's a spiritual panther. Let me just put this here. Mournfully watching a makeshift grave, which I'll indicate with, actually I have something better.
Aww. Okay, now if it's a spiritual panther, is it sufficiently a panther that I can bespeak again?
Nope. Also, doesn't bespeak last like concentration time?
It's good for 10 minutes.
Yes,
and
but it's not 10 minutes, so...
It's not concentration.
Then you still have it up, so...
It's casting time 1 action and duration 10 minutes.
So you can still speak to animals, but you can't speak to this thing.
Okay, so it's not truly an animal.
No.
Okay.
It's a ghost!
Alright. Has it noticed us?
It notices you, you think, but you're not sure because it's just too busy mournfully watching the grave.
Eric gestures to Sylvia to stay back. And he comes like forward inside. He doesn't want to be approaching it from behind. He wants to stay in its view so it doesn't feel threatened. But he'd like to get close enough to see the grave.
Okay. The grave is completely unintelligible, like what was on it. Mm-hmm. But it seems to say something like a good friend is written on it.
Okay.
And yeah, that's about it. That's all you can make out on the grave. At least from where you are.
Okay. I don't know how to communicate with this thing.
How do you want to try and communicate?
I don't know. I don't know how to communicate other than by speaking to it in common.
Okay, and they said I can find it because there's...
Does it look like this has anything to do with the ooze?
No.
And even though I've approached, the spiritual panther is just still focused on its thing.
Correct.
Okay. Alright, I don't think I have any abilities that would do me any good here, unless this is the sort of thing where an Arcana check or something, or a religion check might tell me
Arcana
more.
or religion would be okay.
Okay, let's go with a religion check. Nope, 7. I don't know what's going on.
Sylvie can make a check.
Huh?
Sylvie can make a check. Even worse?
No, not worse, but not a lot better. Yeah, 9 instead of 7. Yeah, again, we have established that I can't roll.
Okay, so...
Alright, if nothing is happening and this doesn't appear to be a threat in any way, we're going to go back to searching for the ooze. And we'll just remember where this is in case we need to come back and address it at some point.
Okay. So, as we exit, you two get inspiration.
Oh.
Well, I guess I'll give him inspiration.
Okay. What's a joker?
That is a nat 20.
Whee!
That is a nat 20 for your inspiration. Basically, you get to place any one of those rolls with just a nat 20. Now you get to find the way back, so I'll just move this to here, this to there. And now we're just, give me marching order. He's gonna be around the middle.
I imagine... Oh, he's in the middle?
He's gonna be around the middle so he can,
so that regardless of what direction something comes from, he's...
able to defend.
Okay.
Attack.
Jonathan is going to... Jonathan will probably lead with Eric then.
Okay, so these are going to be in the front. Okay, she'll be in the back. She can perform rear guard duties. And where do you want her to be?
I don't know that she has a preference. She can either be in the back or the middle, whatever, depending on where your guy goes.
Okay, he'll be in the middle then.
Okay.
Okay, so one person will give me a perception check.
Alright, let's start
from
with
each group. So, from each one of us.
Alright, Jonathan will give you a perception check for the front row. Or do you mean for my 3?
Yeah, for your 3. So let's say it's Jonathan for the front and Arden
so that was
for
16.
The back. Okay, you notice that you hear a few little bit of high-pitched giggles from ahead of us, and some little slogging noises.
Do they sound gummy-ish?
Yes.
Am I able to judge a distance? Like, is it close, medium, far?
Pretty close, yeah. As soon as you do that, they're forced going to spring. So,
what's going to spring?
The enemies. So,
are the enemies all gummy bears?
These would be the gummy bears. So let's put the gummy bears like right about there.
That's a lot of gummy bears.
Those are the gummy bears. That's 8, right? Yeah, that's 8.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
and these are goblins.
Goblins.
As you head down the area, suddenly a high-pitched giggle erupts from the bushes, and a group of goblins pop out. They also got several of the oozes you've been hunting with them as well. So.
And the goblins appear hostile?
Well, insane. Yeah, they seem
Are
hostile.
they behaving in a way that
They're about to attack, yes.
Thank you.
Start with Sylvia.
On initiative?
Yep.
Sylvia gets a 14.
Okay. 1 second. Jonathan?
16.
Okay.
17.
And 7. Okay. Enough for my characters. Okay, this is Regents. 17, 19, 16. The Ooze Boys. Oh dear, they got a 17 with a -3 modifier, and the enemy got, oh dear, an unnatural 20. So, first up is the Goblins. So, they're gonna shoot their short bows. They can back up by like 5, 10, 15, 20. 5, 10, 15, 5, 10, 5, 10. Shoot their short bows at, let's say, they're going to try and hammer us down one by one. 1, 2, those are a 13 and a 17, and a 14 and a 22. How many of those were hits? 2. Now I can try and hide. After dealing 8 piercing damage to you. 8 piercing damage, now they're all going to try and hide from you. From you all. They have to make stealth checks. There's a lot of bushes around here, so. Okay, so 2 of them managed to hide, which I will indicate with, I'll say these 2, so I'll just pop these ones out.
Okay, so those 2 are hidden and these 2 are not.
Correct. That brings us down to, oh, we have 317, sorry. I'll say, Eric goes first with a .75, then Rejects, and then the enemies. That brings us down to Exekai, who's going to go, draws his scythe.
So Eric doesn't go first?
Out of the 17s he will,
oh,
but
okay.
we have a 19 before that.
Alright.
In the Exekai, he's going to draw his scythe and go, and just, hit, and okay, so he just swings his scythe at it, and that's he slices like right in half. It starts splitting into like 2 segments,
okay.
But then as it happens, like he just twists it and just.
Okay. And you know where those 2 are, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
This brings
Just
us
for
down to
AoE
Eric.
reasons.
Yeah, it's brings us down to Eric.
Okay.
They move
now, when he last saw them, they were over here.
I'll indicate them with these.
Okay, so where they last were. Okay, so.
Right about there. But they hid before they finished moving, so you saw them move when they hid.
Yeah. Well, I can still hope. I'm going to cast 5, 10, 15, 20. I will cast Fairy Fire right here. It's a 20-foot radius, and anybody who's invisible and fails their dex saving throw is no longer invisible.
Oh, invisible.
Or they can't benefit from being invisible, because we can see them all.
Okay, the 2... Okay, so one of them crit failed. That was... The 2 of them right there crit failed. And these 2 are cocked, and... Okay, so one of them succeeded with a, 20.
Okay.
And so I'll put a... This one appears right about there. The other one's still invisible. Not invisible, but hidden with a... Well...
Okay.
With a 20.
But at least we can see 3 of them. And they're not going to be able to hide, because
they're glowing.
They're glowing.
How do you flavor it? You blow on it. Okay. Alright, so I like it.
Almost like
Mhm.
almost like puffing powder over,
I see.
only it's light.
Ragix holds his hand up like this, and I think it doesn't give us advantage on attacks against the ones who are visible.
Any attack against the 3 that are outlined has advantage.
So Ragix goes, and let's see, roll a d8 for this. So, Da, and then Da will hear. And so he has this fun little. I have this fun little feature I made for him. There's a little flavoring text. He opens his eyes wide at this point, like looking completely awake. Miss roll the attack now with advantage. Hit. Dead. Okay, so Jonathan hears the word death, and then Sylvia hears the word devour as he fires a second blast.
So we hear those words, but we are not affected by something.
Correct. So you hear your death, you hear devour, but no one else hears anything. As he just, aside from the radiating.
But we see the results of his handiwork.
Yeah, you see this one.
Okay.
Okay, and that brings us down to these guys. We're going to go 5, 10, 15, 5, 10, 15. No.
Okay, who first?
I will start with the ones on Exekai. This is so I'm going to print that at some point. Okay, that's a miss for both.
Alright, who's next?
The one on Exekai also missed. Now then on to Ardennes. Miss.
Who's next?
Sylvia. They have advantage, so that was an unnatural 20.
Okay, that's a hit.
And a natural 20.
Shit.
Now you find how much damage they do.
Great.
So 2 hits, and let's see, so... let's see. So add... 12 to this. Because,
To all 4 of these?
yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, 14. Add 14 to that.
Add 14 to this?
Yeah. Because the modifier is 2 and they get to max out one of the attacks.
Okay, hang on and I'll give you the Constitution saving throw.
Idea.
Well, again, I'm 3rd level.
Yes.
That's gonna be all my...
Yeah, I just figured these things are only one challenge rating 1/4, so... I guess it's death by 1,000 snuggles, I guess?
Alright, con saving throw. 19.
You're fine. I mean...
I'm functional.
Yeah, you're functional. Okay, so that was them, brings us down to... Crap, Ardennes also got that. So I'll say Jonathan's now, and then it'll be Ardennes.
Okay. No, you already attacked Ardennes.
No, Ardennes is 16, so that means we're down to Jonathan's turn.
Well, you gotta attack Jonathan first.
Oh, I didn't do that already?
No.
Thank you for reminding me. I thought I did that. Let's see. 14 and 22.
22 is a hit.
This is why you don't remind the DM of this sort of stuff. Let's see. 8, 10 damage.
Okay. Alright.
And now that was all of them, which brings us down to Jonathan. He's after the oozes.
Okay. Alright, let's see. 2 rages available left. I will go ahead and spend a bonus action raging. And I will attack number 2 with my greatsword. That is a 25 to hit.
Don't be at disadvantage. Because you're flanked.
That is a 15 to hit.
That is a hit.
Yay!
Don't forget the modifier you need is pretty low.
I rolled a pair of 1s. That is a total of 9 damage.
Oh yes, which one?
I don't remember. I think it was number 2. Okay.
No, number 2? Splat. You pretty much just... And it doesn't even have a chance to split in half. Okay, that brings us down, if that's your entire turn.
Yep.
To our dead, who has her long sword and shield out, and quickly he attempts to stab. I take that. She hits. Meaning... She impales it in the, like right where the throat should be, and then just goes up.
Okay.
That brings us down to Sylvia.
Alright, that's not an option. That's not an option. Too late to do that. I needed to do that at the beginning, but it wasn't my turn. Let's see. I would like right about there, a pair of vines.
Entangle?
No. This is 2 cantrips. One cantrip twice. A pair of vines grow up in the ground and just lash out and grab them and yank them back.
What is it?
Thornwhip.
Thornwhip starts out from you. Doesn't it?
The range is 30 feet. Does that not mean that's where I put it?
I thought Thornwhip...
Oh, it pulls it to me?
I think so. That's what I said.
Oh, dang. I don't want to do that.
I think that's the one, like, because it's so good, like, if it's for Scorpion, the spell.
I don't want to do that.
It's also a ranged thing, rather than safe, which is what that would be.
Well, crud.